November rather. The Tulsa at Cincinnati game on 11/14 will be 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:30 p.m. Central Time start on ESPN News. Other two games for that day that were a possibility: Memphis at Houston and then Temple at USF. The television networks have opted to use a 6-day selection for those two games, so we will know those pairings next week. And we've been joined by Coach Matt Rhule from Temple. The Owls are 7-1 overall, 4-0 in the American Athletic Conference. Temple was in action this past Saturday against Notre Dame. Notre Dame won the game 24-20. Up next for the Owls will be this Friday. The Owls will be at SMU for an 8 p.m. Eastern Time start on ESPN2. Coach, thanks for joining us on the call today. If you would take a minute to tie up the game against Notre Dame, please. And also tell us what you'd like to see as you get back into conference play against SMU Friday.
Saturday was a hard-nosed, well-fought-out game by both sides. A lot of credit to Notre Dame. They made the plays. Our kids fought. They fought all the adversity. They fought through all the whole game and fought to the last play. I couldn't be prouder of them, but we have to find a way to win those games. As we move forward, excited to play SMU Friday night. A lot of respect for Coach Morris. They're a dynamic offense. They have playmakers. They have a really, really difficult scheme, and defensively, they have a lot of players that are athletic, can move around. They're tough, hard-nosed, and physical. They played, a ton of bowl teams, a ton of teams, a lot with winning records, and so we're going to have our hands full. As a team right now, we might be missing a number of starters. They took a toll on us on Saturday night, and we have a lot of backups that are going to be ready to play. I won't discuss probably details or specifics of the injuries till I know more, but our whole team has to be ready to rally around each other to go win Friday night.
Take questions for Coach Rhule, please. Star 1 on your telephone to join the queue, then the operator will introduce you.
We'll go to Mike Kern of Philadelphia Daily News.
Hey, Matt, how you doing?
Good, Mike. How are you?
Hey, you talked on Saturday or Sunday morning, whatever it was by then, about the hurt. How different was that hurt Saturday? These kids have been through a lot, obviously, 2 years ago and even last year. How different was that hurt that you experienced on Saturday night?
I just think it's probably different just because they've invested so much, and it's been a long time since we've lost, so sometimes when you haven't lost, you sort of forget what it feels like, and that's a good thing. And then when you get it, it really aches at you and pulls at you. And, I think as we went back and looked at that game, there were so many things, mistakes, plays we wish we could have back, even on the last drive, a couple of just kind of blown coverages. It wasn't any one great play by the other team. It was just things that we didn't do that we wish we would have done. So, I think that's why it hurts. But, we have to get over it quickly.
And Matt, you talked about, when you're going through a process, going through things, that, they're going to be. How important was Saturday night for where you guys want to be and where you're going?
That's huge, and I think there's two reasons. In terms of just the development of our program. Number one, you can say you think you belong on the field with a top 10 team, but until you're there, it's hard to know. And they know there was one play the whole time where we felt like they just, they made a play that, the quarterback when he outran us and shouldn't have even gotten to that level, but he did a great job. And then the second thing is that if you want to win those games, you can't make mistakes, and blown coverage and some different things down the stretch, kind of led to those things. So we don't point fingers, we move forward, but it's important for us to learn that if you want to win those games, everyone just has to settle down, have poise, and do their job in the crucial moments. And so I think that's where we will be moving forward.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
We'll go next to Mark Narducci of Philadelphia Inquirer.
Matt, I know you said you weren't going to name specifics, but did Jihad Thomas practice today, and could you give us any update on him and his ribs?
Yeah, I'm not giving any updates right now, just so I know. I'll probably know more tomorrow, but he was out there today. So, but like I said, we have a number of guys that, we're not sure if they're going to be able to play or not, and that's not me being coy. We just, we don't know until we see how they handle the next couple of days.
And one other thing, you said you have to put this behind you very quickly. How difficult is that to do?
Well, it's just a decision. It's the same as when you win. Each Monday you come in, you have to either think about what just happened, whether it was good or bad, or you have to move forward. So all year we've been able to move forward, and this is a different challenge. But I'm expecting our guys to move forward, and we're hoping it pushes us forward. Where we're not going to take anything for granted and really, really, really play our best football.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We'll go to Dan Tortora of Dan Tortora Broadcast Media.
Hi, Coach. How you doing today?
Hey, Dan.
I know you talked about, obviously, a lot of the things that the team did well, despite the loss to Notre Dame. Just what you can say specifically on the defense. I know 2 interceptions in the game, but just looking at your defense overall and knowing what they did against a top 10 team, what that says about them right now as you move forward.
Well, I think the defense, they were really good in the red zone. They intercepted 2 balls in the red zone. They had, they took 2 turnovers away, and they held C.J. Procyse, I think it was like 20-some yards rushing, which is they're one of their marquee players, and really for 59 minutes they held Rhule Fuller in check. So, I thought they did a nice job of taking a lot of those things away, and just a couple of big plays, took the game from us.
When you look at the team and where they're at right now, from when you came in and started to, obviously develop the team and change the environment for the better, where can you say this team is at when they're hanging with a top 10 team in the country? What does it say about where you are and where you're going, in your opinion, if they're on pace to what you wanted at this point?
Yeah, I don't have a lot of plans other than, I'm just one of those, hey, I just want to keep improving. And so I'm proud of what they did and where we are right now. We're 7-1. We played good teams. We played good football. And I want to get way better quickly. I want to just keep getting better. So, and that starts with playing a fine SMU team on Friday night.
Thanks, Coach. I appreciate it.
Sure.
We'll go to John DeCarlo of OwlSwoop.com.
Hey, Matt. How you doing?
So, John.
Hey, I don't even know if you got a chance to see this yet, but because I'm assuming you guys just probably got off the field, but the Butkus Award semifinalists came out, and Tyler's not on the list. I know he's not a guy that really focuses on individual stuff, but are you kind of surprised to see or hear that he didn't make the semifinalists given everything that he's done?
I did not know that. I probably don't have much thought about it other than to say I think he's one of the top linebackers in the country, and he's a selfless guy, he's a Temple guy, and he's helping us change all that. All the guys that we have that are seniors, by the time that they're done, people across the country will have more and more respect for Temple football.
And another thing, real quick, I know you didn't want to get too much into like the officiating Saturday night, but you were very, very complimentary of how Tavon Young covered Will Fuller. When you had a chance to just turn on the tape and look at it, and what did you see that he did well against him? I know you said he probably needed safety help on that last touchdown, but what did you see from Tavon? Because he may have been in a situation where he was taking the ball away a little bit more last year, but it looked like Saturday night was one of his better coverage efforts in terms of sticking with one of the top receivers in the country.
I mean, Will Fuller's a great player, and Will had one catch, for 6 yards on the last drive, and then a couple bubble screens. But I mean, he made deep ball after deep ball after deep ball, and the last play was cover 2. I mean, that has nothing to do with him. It was a great call, but I thought Tavon. I thought Tavon just showed that. Playing man to man against a great player, Tavon's a great player himself.
Well, thanks, Matt. Appreciate it.
Yep.
We'll go next to Matt Bender of 247 Sports.
Hey, Coach. How's it going?
Hey, Matt.
I noticed Donavan Jennings didn't play on Saturday. Did he update his status at all? Is he hurt?
He played.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yep.
Did he just get out there on special teams?
No, he played at wide receiver, I believe. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but he was out there.
Okay. And also,
I don't pay. I'm more of an O-line guy, so if I'm wrong, I apologize. But I'm pretty sure he played. Marshall Elliott played. I think we played like 9 receivers in the game.
Okay. And also, it was obviously a big recruiting weekend for you guys. What's kind of the hope for you, for the recruits that were there and for the recruits that were just watching the game on TV? What do you kind of hope that those recruits take away from the game?
They just see the way we play. They see the atmosphere, and more importantly, that they see that they're going to get developed. There's a lot of recruits that probably people think we want that we really, that's not who we're looking for. We're looking for the right guys, and we want guys that I want them to see when they watch us play that like, wow, look how far that guy's come in a year or two, and that we try to show that to them. We try to show them that we're not sacrificing anybody's future. We got guys redshirting, that are going to end up being great players. And so I think when you see our team, you see a bunch of guys that have come here, have gotten stronger, have put on weight, and are developing into great players. And if you're a recruit, what else would you want than to go somewhere where they're going to develop you?
Thanks, Coach.
Sure, buddy.
We'll go next to Donald Hunt of Philadelphia Tribune.
Matt, how you doing?
Good, Donald. How are you?
I'm doing great. Listen, after such.
Hello? Hello, is anybody there?
Looks like his line dropped. We'll go to Henry Clay of CBS Sports Philadelphia.
Hello.
Hello? Hey, Mr. Clay.
Hey, Matt. How are you? Could you give us a little eye view of what you've seen from SMU?
Well, I think it starts with their offense. Coach Morris is a great offensive coordinator. They have a great plan. He's got a great staff. They've got quarterbacks who can run and throw the football. They've got a tremendous wide receiver in Cortland Sutton, who's a big play threat. They've got some young kids they're getting the ball to they're dynamic. So they've scored points on everybody, and they played some of the best teams in the country. So they'll be a challenge for our defense. And then defensively, they do a nice job of trying to take away what you do best, and they'll try to take away our run game with a big, strong, stout defense.
And as you were talking earlier, people don't know about Mr. Matakevich. If you were an offensive coordinator today, how would you be preparing for him?
Well, I think he's just a guy that's always around the ball. So I would just make sure people were aware of him because he's aware of where the ball is. Make sure you get hats on him, get bodies on him, and as an offensive guy, I think you have to try to take away their best players, and he certainly is one of ours.
Very good. Thank you much, and good luck this weekend.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And time for one more for Coach Rhule, please.
We'll go to Sean Pastor of Owls Daily.
Hey, Matt, how are you?
Hey, what's up, Sean?
Hey, so I'm sorry, I'm going to sort of ask two of the questions I asked you on Saturday night, just because maybe you followed it up and saw the tape and so forth. But it was with Will on that last play. Was it just a matter of him not taking the right angle? Because it looked like he recognized, where he was supposed to be, but then suddenly the ball was past him.
Yeah, I just think he just broke at the wrong angle. That's a kind of a ball. He's a great player, and he's been out for a while. And kind of Nato went in, he went in there cold, but that's a ball you would expect that he would normally just go pick off and end the game right there.
Okay, and on the the coverage on when they had the long pass to the tight end, and the only thing I saw on the replay was that you had two linebackers that kind of sort of both converged on a guy who was crossing over the middle. Was one of those guys supposed to be dropping, or?
No, yeah, it was really a couple different guys. I mean, our corner, we were playing cover 3, so which means the corner should be in the deep third, and he jumped an underneath route, and they threw the corner out on top of him, and the linebacker should have been running with him. So, really at the end of the day, those are two plays that, 9 times out of 10, that those are dead plays, and so that's sort of what we're saying in terms of, we're happy we played well and hung in there, but in our minds, as a team, not just that 1 or 2 plays, but there's about 6 or 7 plays that we feel, even that long run, that if a guy just does his job, those plays are dead. And so that's what, as we move forward, we have to do. We have to win in the 2-minute on offense and defense.
Okay, thanks.
Coach, well, thank you for your time today. We look forward to hearing from you again next Monday.
All right, thank you.
Okay, again, Coach Matt Rhule from Temple. The Owls will be at SMU Friday. It'll be an 8 p.m. Eastern Time start, and the game will be televised on ESPN2. Up next is Memphis and head coach Justin Fuente. Tigers are 8-0 overall, 4